brand new banger.
It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit on Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall
Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit, and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the farm ball, get around with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Go Power Rangers. Bing, 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 bing. Go Power Rangers. You mighty morphin Power Rangers. What's going on, everybody? It's fucking Tuesday night. You know what that means? It's Knucklehead Rangers in the building. How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, we in the building. We in the building.
And
It's time for more fingers now.
I'm disappointed in myself that I don't have a Power Rangers button on my Roadcaster yet.
And on that note, everybody, it was a good show. Come back next week when Ray will actually give her shit about the topic.
Word. Go home. Cause Ray don't care about the topic.
Hey, I definitely care about this topic. This is gonna be my favorite episode because we talking about something I definitely know too damn much about.
Oh, okay. But before we get into that, let's get into some news.
Hey, what do we got on the docket today?
Right.
Any
So
update on Blade?
No update on Blade, but we do have an update.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi 2 is in development. They are working on a Wakanda TV show for Disney Plus. Let's see. The Acolyte Season 2 has been canceled.
Really?
We have won.
I mean, we didn't really win. We all lost on that one.
Yeah.
And it is now being more widely reported the possible actual cause for Bo DeMayo's firing from X-Men 97. which there was a whole thing where they fired him, but they allowed him to tweet. But he was allowed to tweet with the show. He was going to keep his producer credits. They're nominated for an Emmy for the show. But there was something with his tweets. He couldn't go too far.
And then he went too far.
Yeah, but then he stepped over a line by tweeting out a picture of himself, an image. I think it was a fan-made image of himself in like a Speedo dressed as Cyclops.
Okay.
And Marvel was like, that's a little bit too far. Pulled him from the Emmy invite. And then he shot back and was like, yo, this is what I've been dealing with. All these people, fucking getting at me. And Marvel came out with, yeah, we fired you for sexual misconduct. Because so the report is that he was sending photos and images much like that, unsolicited, to younger male staff members, and talking about like the 20 to 25-year-old male staff members, unsolicited, as inspiration. So, and this was, has been reported by a couple of different people, because we're not reporters. I myself don't go digging for this news. I've find it. One of the reports had somebody who knew Beau DeMayo when he was working on The Witcher.
Okay.
And he is the one who actually made the comment back when Beau was fired, saying, hey, how's it feel to get fired from another show for the same exact shit?
Oh shit. So this isn't his first offense.
Yeah. And he knew back then when all this first started, which is giving a little more credence to the reports.
Jesus, that's I don't know what's worse, knowing that he's done this in the past and not saying something in the beginning, or just being like, oh man, you did this again. Like, wait, so you've known he's done this before and you didn't say anything?
Bro, that's society we're living in now. I mean, to be honest with you, it sounds like that society's been the entire time.
Yeah.
People knew about Bill Cosby, they didn't say nothing about him. People know a lot of shit about Diddy, ain't nobody said nothing about him.
Oh yeah, that was the sad fact that it's like, who didn't know,
Cat Williams the fucking out these motherfuckers.
Yo, Cat Williams outed everybody.
Yeah, you want your business being told, let a woman be mad at you, then she'll tell your business. But yeah, I mean, listen,
Yo,
fuck it, they got rid of him now, so
that here's the thing. It had nothing to do with him outside of work.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with his OnlyFans page. It had nothing to do with who he is as a person or what he was doing outside of work. It all had shit to do with while he was on the clock. And my thing is, why the fuck would you do that at work? Like,
yeah,
the people you work with should be separate from the people you fucking live your life with.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do shit like this.
yeah,
Like if D&D was problematic, right? But not so problematic that it's taboo. It's just one of those weird things that, like being an alcoholic, right? Let's go with that, because that's a little easy to understand. If you're an alcoholic, you could be one outside of work, but you can't come into work drunk all the time.
No.
That's you. If you do what Bo, do what you do, but leave that shit outside when you walk in.
Yeah.
You're writing a cartoon show, bro.
On basically in a sense, a kids network, because
yeah.
For the better part of it, it's a child network. So
but see, now it makes it even. It was a little weird to look at Magneto strung up in a Speedo, but now it's even worse knowing that there's probably a picture that Bo sent somebody's like, this is inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, my man, do you know who you just strung up in a fucking Speedo? Like, that's not James Bond you have up there.
Yeah. And the crazy shit is like you can fucking sit there and be like, okay, I can understand why he's like that. So, you know, there's no hidden things on him and shit like that. But then when you hear the backstory, it's like, oh no, you did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to not think that you didn't do that shit on purpose, you know?
Because I don't know about you guys, but typically, I don't wear shit made of metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can put this on Magneto, and he's not going to be like, aha, you idiot. You gave me everything I needed.
There's a lot of metal in your vagina. Shit. But no, yeah. And then, like, I can understand if he sent that picture to someone he was like with romantically.
Yeah.
But a coworker on some, this is how Cyclops should look. I don't know if you know this, but Cyclops 1 has hair, 2 he's white, 3 wears an entire bodysuit. Where's the rest of the bodysuit, sir?
Yeah, I don't remember that episode with
where he's in a fucking thong holding on to his dick.
So that picture, and you know, fairness and honesty, that picture was outside of what happened with Disney. But other pictures similar to that is more than likely what he used if Disney fired his ass.
Yeah.
Shit.
That is definitely you're gonna use our likeness too? Get the fuck out of here. Oh,
Word.
but no, and it was funny because now knowing that a former coworker even said something, it's funny that he tried to reply. Because I know he tweeted out saying, "Oh, when the truth actually comes out," and it's like, well, the truth's out there, and this isn't the first time you've done something like this.
Yeah. And to think, they were still letting him keep his name as a producer on season 2. He was gonna go to the Emmys. All he had to do was chill the fuck out.
You could have gotten credited, bro, on a fucking a very good fucking show, a successful fucking show. But no.
Yeah. You know, and it's not like he's Gina Carano where he spoke his mind. This motherfucker's literally doing some inappropriate shit.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's you feel like you're untouchable. Cool, no one touched you, but you ain't got your job no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how worth it is it to be a fucking idiot? To ruin a dream job.
Yeah.
Because if you really don't want that dream job, there's plenty of other people that want it. I'm pretty sure there's other people that could have did that shit way better. Right, Loki. You know what the crazy shit is? It's like, it's not sad. Like, it's sad that there's no more Acolyte. It's just not sad that the bitch that wrote the fucking thing doesn't get another chance. Like, if they were like, yo, we're going to do season 2 of Acolyte, but someone else is going to write it and it's going to be like a fucking season 2 reboot, cool. But, you know, the fact that this woman doesn't get to touch this shit no more, it's like, you know, it's like they put a criminal away. You know? Somebody who robs fucking gas stations. They finally got the bitch and they put her away.
Oh, shit.
You know? But we set our piece of She-Hulk and Acolyte enough. I think that those are 2 topics that we could put in the box with Mike Larry's titties and Flaccid and all that other shit. You know? Throw it in those. You ain't seen Bad Boys?
I have, but I was just like, Mike Larry's titties. Why is Mike Larry's titties in there?
Because I'm not going to disrespect Mike Larry's mother.
The fucked up thing is that's all I heard from that conversation. Not She-Hulk, it's titties.
Yeah, we're gonna be 2 bitches in the sea if we don't know.
Word. Well, yo, do you want to hear the rumors that are circling around the group chat?
Oh shit, let's do it.
All right. So rumor number 1, it was a concept art for Wolverine and Deadpool. It's gonna be Wolverine Pool.
Yeah, that's true.
where it's just basically Deadpool is Wolverine with Deadpool's color scheme and a full mask. It kind of looks dope.
It looked dope as hell. That shit was, that was dope.
And then there's another rumor for Agatha all along, and it's that the Scarlet Witch will appear in Agatha. It's in a flashback scene, they say, but she's gonna appear in it. That's one of the rumors.
I mean, that makes sense. It also, well,
if she lost her memory and she got to get it back, someone got to mention her. But she's the reason why you ain't got no more memory.
Yeah.
Did they renew The Mandalorian?
So The Mandalorian is getting its own movie, which is coming out in 2026, I think.
Hey.
Yeah, so it's getting a movie instead of a Disney Plus show.
See, when you watch us live, Dad, you get to ask all the questions you want.
I wonder how many episodes has he's gone back to, and he's like, "Why are you guys not answering me?" If you want
all of them,
yeah. Another Fantastic Four rumor.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah, May 22nd, 2026 is Mandalorian and Grogu.
Okay.
Nice. So the Fantastic Four rumor, the Fantastic Four first steps post-credit scene would be the Council of Kangs being destroyed by Dr. Doom.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
That's dumb.
I guess
we
dumb.
We already have the TVA on the hunt for the Kangs.
Now, what would be cool if that end credit scene was Dr. Doom was the guy the Kang was holding back.
That would make sense. That is
because
like
all those you don't want the next guy doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it took the Council of Kangs to stop Doom because he's that bad of a motherfucker. But I mean, who can think that far ahead retroactively?
Yeah. No, but that could work to do you all failed, so now I got to do this type.
Yeah. But hindsight is 2020, but they still can't see it with their one eye.
Bueno.
Cap is sitting there like, well, I know for a fact. Yeah, Cap, say what you're gonna say. You got the look on your face.
No, I got nothing. I haven't heard that rumor, and I think honestly, at this point in time, completely forgetting about Kang and never mentioning him again is probably the best course of action.
Put him in the back with Mike Larry's titties.
He also goes into that.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a prequel series to Pacific Rim officially in development.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said with an Oscar-winning writer, I believe.
Oh shit!
Guillermo del Toro. Before we get into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because this is essentially Pacific Rim is essentially a riff on all those fucking mech cartoons and shows and shit like that. Guillermo del Toro made probably the second best, if not the first best, surprise hit. And when I say surprise hit, it's like, oh, Guillermo del Toro is making a movie about giant robots and giant monsters fighting each other in live action. That sounds too fucking dumb. And then you watch the movie and you're like, oh no, not only is the movie great, he let the camera catch all the action. We see the fight. There's no fucking Jason Bourne cuts.
Which I hate that shit.
Yeah, the lore is good. He actually has a love for this shit. Like, the only other movie that I would put on top of that is
Real
Steel.
Okay. Oh, the Jackman movie?
Yeah. Real Steel was another one. It's like, wait, it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots with people in control? And then you watch the movie and you're like, oh no, this is Rocky.
Yeah.
Robots.
Yeah.
And it's Rocky meets Over the Top, because if anybody knows Over the Top, it's the Sylvester Stallone movie where he had to arm wrestle for his kid.
Gotta turn the hat backwards now.
Shit, and then once again you got the fucking Hugh Jackman in that shit.
Yeah.
Which it's crazy to see how Hugh Jackman started doing Broadway, or was it Broadway or just show tunes?
No. So he was doing Broadway. He was full on in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like to see him, it's just like imagine you go to Broadway and you see him like, yo, this guy's a good performer, and then you see him in Wolverine. It's like, how the fuck he get this job? And then you see him in like, what was it, The Strangers, or the one where his daughter got kidnapped?
Oh, shit. I gotta look it up because
Yeah, 'cause I can't remember the name either.
But while we're looking that up, I'm gonna answer this question.
Yeah.
So there's 4 original Crow movies that are all sequels of the original. There's the regular Crow, City of Angels, which is a direct sequel. Then there's the Crow 3, which is just a different story, but in the same universe. Crow 4, same, different story, same universe. This new one is a remake of the first movie. So it's not a sequel, but it's essentially they're telling the first movie over again in a different way. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Word. Yo, so yeah, Prisoners.
Yeah.
You see how phenomenal he acted in Prisoners, and then in The Prestige with Christian Bale.
Yep.
How he acted, and
Shit,
you
Les
couldn't
Mis.
tell. Yeah, like you couldn't tell who was the good guy, bad guy. You know, I'd never seen Les Mis.
Oh, it's great. Definitely check
Is it where is it I can watch?
We're gonna look that up right now.
But yeah, so and then oh wait, no, I put Les Mis card. I don't know what the fuck.
I want to say it's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
On YouTube.
You can rent it on Amazon for like $4.
Nah. So yeah, so I mean, then you see all the acting and all that other shit, and then
I just like that. Yo, it's a great movie. You gotta watch it. $4? Nah.
yeah,
So
nah. But what was he getting at? Yeah, Hugh Jackman in Real Steel.
Yeah.
He from the way he went, but I don't want to say overacts, but if you really need somebody to take a role serious, Hugh Jackman. Even in a comedy like Deadpool and Wolverine, this motherfucker shows some acting chops.
No, he knows how to. If you tell him you got the monologue that you need, he got you. Like he is gonna shit. Even in The Greatest Showman, that again is a musical.
Yeah,
there's scenes where it's like he'll get you that emotion.
Yeah,
like there's even before the movie was even greenlit, there was a thing that they didn't want to approve this being made into a movie. That he had just had surgery for on his face because of unfortunately skin cancer he deals with. That he had basically he couldn't sing because of that. They're doing song after song after song. This last song that like this is really a big pivotal point in the movie. And he's like, fuck it. He starts feeling it, sings it. You see him bleeding because of it. And bro, that tells you the commitment this guy has when he believes in something and he wants to fucking nail it.
Yeah,
man.
Shit. Yeah, and his speech in that minivan, was so powerful that I have not noticed one video about them talking about how he admitted he was over 200 years old. Yeah. Like no one was like they went to part 1 and just like confirmed he was 200 years old. They just said whatever he says is true. He's over 200 years old. He fought in wars with Cap. He survived Hiroshima. He did this. He did that. Which apparently he did. He survived the nuclear attack either in Hiroshima or Nagasaki or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's for the record straight because Deadpool wanted us to mention this. It was a Honda Odyssey.
Yes. But they go Real Steel
just so you know. America is 248 years old. So over 200, he's got 48 years in which he could have been anywhere within that range to get over that 200 mark.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I mean, did to go back and say what he's the motherfucker doesn't age, he ages slowly. He's been in every fucking war that we know of.
Word.
There you go.
Again, all right, so the next rumor, John Wick 5 is in the works.
Yeah, that I heard.
So is he gonna be in it?
I don't
Keanu
know.
Reeves is returning. That's what it says in this post here.
Look, I was a massive fan of the first John Wick. The second John Wick, it took me a while to warm up to it because I thought the premise was a little weird. The third one was fucking great, and I thought they should have ended it there.
Yeah.
The fourth one was fucking excessive for me. Was just too much. Like, come on. 57 people kicking him down 80 million stairs after 400 people just beat him in the fucking streets of France. That was like, come on. He's done. I don't know if I could show up for a fifth film. Although, I will see the ballerina because that takes place in the same world as John Wick. And I heard that he might show up in that one, but that one happens prior to the events of, I believe, the first film. If not, it happens in between, like, the first trilogy.
Well, if he went when he's old, wouldn't that would be like a perfect time because the ballerina was his crew, right?
I'm not too sure what the premise of the film is, and it's a little hard to say because they cast Ana de Armas there, so it'd be a little too hard to imagine her as a Russian.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna go see it just because of her. But
June 6th is supposed to come out
Of next year?
next year.
Oh shit.
next year,
Yeah, they credited Lance Reddick in the movie. So
so he might have filmed some shit before.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of some sad news, the voice actress for Misty and the girl from Team Rocket
Yes.
Oh shit!
in Pokemon passed away.
Yep.
Damn. Our youth is fleeting.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
man. Team Rocket blasting off again.
That was sad to see because it was one of those where that just came out of nowhere. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, right.
And I also didn't know it was the same voice actress for both Misty and
Misty.
It's the female trainer with Ash.
yeah, the first from that first.
Okay,
season.
okay.
Yeah. Fuck, what was her name?
And that was the same actress or the two different actors?
Same actress.
Same for
Oh,
the
shit.
girl in Team Rocket, which I can't remember her name right now. It was James and fuck, I'm getting Meowth. I'm getting James. I can't remember the girl from Team Rocket.
Yo, you're better than I am because I didn't even remember the cat's name.
Fuck.
As much of a nerd as I am, I kind of left Pokemon and by extension Mighty Morphin Power Rangers relatively quick.
Jesse.
Okay.
There you go. Like I didn't even know there was a second season of
what?
Power Rangers. I thought it was just one season. Like
Oh no, there's
60
multiple.
episodes.
There's multiple.
Oh, yeah, the second
I'm
season
looking-
was the White Ranger came in.
Yeah, I'm
And
looking,
yo, they
looking at the box
destroyed it.
right now.
They destroyed that fucking droid. But all right, before we go into that, another rumor is that Brad Windenbaum says X-Men 97 season 2 will include 2 new X teams from the comics. His quote, "There are many teams in Marvel that have the letter X that are followed by a hyphen. I would put it to you like this. There are 2 other X teams in season 2. So is that X-Force and X-Factor?
Could be. Which means we might get Strong Guy in there. I believe Sand was one of the mutants pictured at the end.
Okay.
And if so, that's gonna be cool to see. Sand is one of the newer in the comics. She's a Muslim character who literally her mutation she turns into sand.
Okay.
But the thing that's cool with her is she wears the whole hijab and the whole thing because she wants to,
Ah, okay.
not like a forced thing. So there's going to be a chance to positively represent that imagery
Yeah.
with this show.
Got you. No, that works to be able to do
Yeah.
it in a positive light instead of.
Word.
No.
Shit. Now, if you're Disney, would you consider doing an X-Men 97 theme live action movie? Like, like have the history of the X-Men 97 shit in there and do a movie based off of it. Like on some Elseworld, like this is a different galaxy, this is a different universe for the X-Men.
I think that's where they're gonna pull from because Beast at the end of the Marvels look closer to the X-Men 97
Yeah.
than X-Men what was it, Last Stand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a possibility.
I can see that. I can see more of pulling from it instead
mean,
of
The Fantastic Four are already from an alternate 1960s.
yeah.
So the X-Men being from an alternate 1997.
Wouldn't be a stretch.
Apparently, there was an actor playing comic accurate Wolverine.
What do you mean?
There was a guy that actually was dressed up like the comic book accurate Wolverine, and they just put Hugh Jackman's face on him.
Yeah, I mean they didn't just shrink Hugh Jackman.
I mean, it looked like it.
No joke. That's what I also thought. I didn't think they did the little man. That it's like we're gonna just put the face and then it's an actual body.
They did that for Captain America, so why they had that technology already? Why wouldn't they just use it again?
I also just thought they just
Yeah, because that shit looks so out of place.
Yeah, it really did.
I guess when you put CGI in front of a green screen, that shit doesn't really bode well too much.
All I'm saying, I'll say this again. I've never once in my life gave a shit about my height. I'm 5'4". Never once in my life did I ever care. Until he stood up and I went, oh my God, he looks so fucking ridiculous. I'm like, and technically I'm taller. It's like, damn, I cannot be a hero in a movie ever.
Shit. The way he just jumped off of the fucking
wait.
Like, is he a child?
How tall is he supposed to be? Like the comic
5'2" to 5'3".
And the crazy shit is he's supposed to be 5'2", 5'3", and his claws are supposed to be 2 feet long.
I'm mad that I'm taller than Wolverine.
What? You're taller than Steve Rogers too.
Steve Rogers originally 5'4". Again, I don't get the nickname Cap just because it sounds cool or because I lie a lot.
That's for the young kids so they can understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Much like my appearance, no cap. Did I use it right?
No, yeah, you got it.
Was my delivery on fleek? Fuck off. I'm the old guy here. I don't give a shit.
Fuck off.
It's like you were there, you were good, and then it was like, nope, there was a stretch. There was a stretch.
Yeah, I dragged it.
Rematch, motherfucker.
I was dragging.
Okay, see, you used that correctly. So there you go. It works. He's back. He's back with us. He's back. Just like Tommy would say, back to action.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say here, you kids ruined language.
Yeah,
wait.
that ass was perfect.
Wait, time out. By you kids, you just mean them, right? Because
no, you're a part of this shit.
What generation are you part of?
This one.
Yeah, that sigh says it all. Raymondo.
This is some bullshit.
Yo, get your people. I'll be the old man. I will be the old man. Y'all motherfuckers turn the word literally into the meaning of figuratively. And I'm pissed because we already had the word figuratively to describe what you're talking about.
And all because
here's the best part. Here's the fucking best part. Figuratively, never needed to be said.
Nope.
Because if you turn around and go, God damn, I'm dying right now, we automatically know that you're not actually dying in the moment.
But nope, they
and all because of Snooki. She was drunk and she's like, I'm literally gonna kill you right now. I'm literally this, I'm literally that. And then all these girls just kept saying, I'm literally in a box on a beach. I'm literally in the middle of the sun baking. Like, I'm literally this. And they said, well, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. Now literally means literally and figuratively. That also means that 1 times 1 is 0. Because literally math now can be changed on how you feel.
No, yeah, because remember when they fucking kept making people say, what's 9 plus 10? 21. And there's motherfuckers that now believe 9 plus 10 equals 21.
Yeah.
Yo.
We blame Ray for this.
How do we blame me? I'm not.
You had the power to stop this shit.
I know.
You know how we blame you? Because back in my day, when a motherfucking member of your party fucked up, it was on us to put him back in check.
There's too many of them that are part of this fucked up situation. I can't do shit. And it's only getting worse because the next generation is even fucking worse. So I can't do nothing. It's not on me no more. I tried. I gave up.
Bullshit.
Ray turned into Macy Gray.
Word. My man tried. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here fucking 3 generations out of it, trying to give y'all tips of the day to help y'all motherfuckers out. But Ray just was born yesterday talking about, I gave up. I literally drunk right now.
It's only me on the Friday and Saturday podcast. That's when
my man said, I got no cap for my drink, literally. Meanwhile, it's still fucking.
It's still a bottle, just
in
the cap.
He hasn't even took a sip yet. He's keeping that bottle for memorabilia.
Yo, facts. Oh man, yo, what's going on?
Kenny,
build it. Holy shit, Kenny has showed up to this podcast.
Yeah, ain't you in Hawaii or some shit?
Thought he was in Buffalo. Oh, the kids are gonna be in Buffalo.
Yeah, you throw the kids in Buffalo and you go to Hawaii. You just be like, yo, we're gonna get some cigarettes real quick.
Yo, Kenny heard that song and was like, this is everywhere I'm going. Bermuda, Jamaica.
Ooh, I wanna take you to the Poconos. We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow.
Right, who sings that song?
The Beach Boys.
All right.
Beach Boys.
The reason I know this, not only just because, again, I know the Beach Boys, but was because of fucking Full House.
If you were a real 80s kid.
Yes.
80s, 90s kid.
Yeah.
The Muppets is why you would have known that song.
Word.
Okay. Well, I watched both, but it was because of Full House. Because they were always on fucking Full House.
Yeah, well, because he toured with Beach Boys. John Stamos tours with the band. He actually sings with the Beach Boys.
No, yeah. He actually opened D23. I don't know if you guys saw that.
He literally joins the band.
That's it. Cap is now. He's gonna give us our weekly dose of this generation's speech. That's it. It is this generation talk with Cap.
Nah, I'm out of fancy terminology and vernacular. I'll just stick with my Scrabble words.
Yo, my man just heard vernacular and said, you know something? I should get some ice cream. Yo, let me get some vernacular ice cream in a cup. Keep it simple with some chocolate drink.
You mean he heard me use a big word and he was all jubilant?
Yeah, word. He always liked shooting firecrackers out of his hands.
Oh shit.
It's morphin' time, Tiger Zord.
No, you gotta say it more with emphasis. You gotta be like, it's morphin' time. Tiger.
White tiger.
Yeah.
The white tigers are.
I'm sorry.
There
I
you
know
go.
this is your subject, Ray, but I just keep hearing that there's a take where it's more for time, white power, and they're like Ranger. You have to add the Ranger.
No, I can imagine they did that the one season that they had to say Red Ranger power, Green Ranger power. Gets to the White Ranger. White. Motherfucker, you better say Ranger first. Like, because there was a season when they were ninjas. That
Yeah.
the
They
White
were my
Ranger as
ninja
a
and your ninja.
White Ranger as a ninja definitely looked very
Ku Kluxes.
yeah.
Well, to be honest, as a kid, we didn't know that shit.
Oh yeah, we didn't know, but it's just as you get older, it's just like
We make shit look the way we want to make shit to suit our arguments. As kids, there was no racism there. And if you think about, I was thinking about this. Where people's like, it's funny how the Black Ranger is a black guy.
yeah.
No, it's not. If you think about it, because who was the only person that ever wore different colors than their Ranger suit? The Black Ranger. My man had some African shirts on. He was rocking some purple shit. Like he was matching. So I'm sitting like, hold up. They let that motherfucker be. Because everybody else had to wear red on red, blue on blue, green on green.
Which never made wait, I guess hold on. Before we keep going. Hold on.
It is now time for the main event discussion of the episode. As we are discussing Power Rangers.
Okay. That is the thing I never understood with that is how the fuck did no one notice that the same 5 teenagers wore the same colors as the Power Rangers and were always missing when a fight happened?
And they were always protecting people when the fucking the putties came.
Yeah, it's like, why are they the only ones that are willing to risk their lives and knew Taekwondo to be able to fight these guys?
Yeah.
Well, I have a theory, at least for that last part.
Okay.
They did know that at least Jason and Tommy were in like karate tournaments and shit.
Oh yeah. Those are the only two that actually compete.
If I'm in Angel Grove and putties come out and the Rangers haven't showed up yet, I'm looking at the 2 fucking karate masters like, y'all better handle this shit.
Don't look for Rocky though, because he's the only one in Power Ranger history to knock himself out in a tournament. My guy said,
Yeah.
And that's how he got retired as a Power Ranger.
Yep.
I almost did the blade joke. I almost did the blade joke.
Motherfuckers still stay trying to ice skate uphill.
Word.
Oh man. Season 3 MMPR is when they say, yeah, it was season 3 when they went to the Ninjetti to become Ninja Rangers.
Yo, Ray.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on the movies?
I'm
talking about the original ones, not the remake.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the remake either way. The first one I was a fan of. I liked the suits were cool. The Zords were a good take on it. Ivan Ooze, great villain. It's funny though when it comes to the movie and then the show because they redid it for the show because they had to use actual Japanese footage for the show. So it's like, I thought we already had the origin story of these new. Okay, fuck it. So they had to redo the whole thing because they couldn't use the movie footage because that's all American. So they weren't going to pay to do it twice in a sense. When it came to the Turbo movie, wasn't too fond of it. And it's funny because that one I didn't get to actually see like in theaters. That one I saw DVD and I was just like, this is yeah, it's cool to see Jason back, but yeah. And again, another one that they did it like this for the movie, and then on the show they did something else.
Yeah, I always loved how the movies, this shit takes place around the world.
Yeah.
Like they have to go to a hidden island
Yep.
to get some super shit. And then in the TV show, Angel Grove.
No, yeah, it's always we just go back to the same area. We might
Yeah.
climb a mountain. That's about it. We might climb a mountain
Yeah.
that happens to still be in the same part of Mystery, California for some reason. That's actually in New Zealand. Because that's where most of the Power Rangers filmed is in New Zealand.
It's funny. They're like, yo, Jason, you know about this cave where Lord Zed hid you? Go in there and infiltrate them. They all go and go, all right, you guys go around the back. All right, cool. Nigga, I'm the only one that been here. What do you know about the back?
Yeah, it's
This is the back. Like, this is a cave. One way in, one way out where you came from the back. How do you, why I gotta be here if you know? There was some most of the convenient shit in the world.
it's like, we're going to go this way. It's like, wait, but if I go this way, it's quicker. No, we're still going to go this way.
Yeah.
What is the point?
Or yo, you're faster getting up the hill. Take my armor. Nigga, you can give out your armor? And you let people die out here?
The fucked up thing is that if American Power Rangers actually went truly by like how Super Sentai was in Japan, a lot of Rangers are supposed to die.
Shit, I can imagine with them flying around getting shot.
Like Power Rangers is like the Green Ranger dies in the Super Sentai. Like that's how we get the White Ranger. Cav is like, hold on 1 second. I didn't know I die. Give me 1 second. I want to switch teams now.
I didn't know like Eddie Kingston, it was on site.
Yeah, but we got the three most important Rangers.
Which one?
The Green Ranger, the White Ranger, and the Blue Ranger.
There you go. Well, yeah, especially because in Mighty Morphin, the Blue Ranger was the brains. Like he did everything.
He made the fucking watch to teleport to Zed.
Yep.
I mean to Zordon and fucking Alpha 5 didn't know shit.
Yeah,
what if we
knew how
calculate the micro beams?
He somehow always knew how to fix Alpha 5, and it's like, how do you know about this technology?
I mean,
thanks for ruining it.
You're welcome, Kenny.
Kenny, if you have not seen Power Rangers, or at least the first, no, fuck that. If you have not seen the first series of Power Rangers, my guy, it's been over 20 years.
You're gonna have to go home.
There's a whole YouTube channel. Go watch it.
Your vacation is canceled.
Kenny, I know you were 32 when it first came out, so you might have missed it a little bit, but
I will lend you my DVD set because I have the whole DVD set. I'm staring at it right now of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which funny enough, I just ordered a few more seasons because I want to watch the other seasons of Power Rangers.
Yo, here's another question. The one they just did, the anniversary one on Netflix.
Yes.
When they brought back the only original cast members they could.
Yeah, everyone that either wasn't canceled or unfortunately passed away.
Well, Kimberly just didn't want to come back.
Well, Kimberly didn't want to come back. Austin St. John was canceled, then brought back, then canceled. Like he unfortunately did a lot of shady things when it came to selling merchandise and then tax evasion. So yeah, he unfortunately was like, yeah, we're not going to use you right now because in the midst of all that. Then when it comes to JDF, again, we unfortunately know his unfortunate passing, and then Trini as well passing literally, I think 2 years after the show was airing, or at least the first season.
Yeah, she did that one. Speaking of the Crow question we had, she was in the sequel, City of Angels.
Yep.
Yeah. Shortly passed after that, I believe.
So, but this is where I knew this is unfortunately they should have grown up with the fans in a sense. Them trying to make this as like, oh, it's gonna still feel like the old Power Rangers. It shouldn't have done that. This was the one time they should have finally gave us an adult version of Power Rangers in a sense. Like, make it gritty, make it what the movie tried to be, but in a way that's still enjoyable. Because the movie, I'll give it that it tried to make a dark and actual like adult version of Power Rangers. Because they knew the people that are gonna go watch this are the fans that grew up watching Power Rangers. And that's what people want. Like that is the one gripe that every Power Ranger fan has, that the fact that the comics have done it perfectly. That we get gritty, dark, and actual adult style Power Rangers instead of the same thing that we usually see on the show. That it's like, sometimes it's hard to rewatch certain old episodes of
yeah.
And it's like,
I got stuck at this one episode. It's just I can't get it. I can't
Yeah,
because there was a lot of messaging going on there.
yeah,
You know, like I'm at the point now where Jason's like, your body is your temple, so you have to feed it right and all this other shit. And I'm like, yo, I get it, bro. I get it. But just like today, we don't have access. Like we have access to it, but you want to spend $15 on this much watermelon, or do you want to go searching through fucking 28 fucking watermelons? Like this one's right.
yeah.
The way I put this, I ain't got space in my refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? But nah, but there's sometimes where it's like, okay, Jesus, who wrote this? Because you know, it's just so simple. Like you get a couple of episodes where it's almost like it's impossible for them to beat Rita's brother when he first showed up. And then they turn him big and the Zord just cuts him once. Ja, he's dead and he came back to life. I'm like, wait a minute. Why do you keep turning these motherfuckers big knowing they got a secret weapon here that can slice and dice them in 2 seconds?
Oh, they always thought maybe we would be able to win.
Yeah.
Till they would actually win. And then it's like, nope. Now we got something even better.
Yeah. You fuck them up in 5 feet. What about 500 feet?
Call for the Thunder Zords. That those got demolished.
Yeah.
The ending of the last season. That it's like, damn. Like these were the OP mega. Nope, that's it. Oh shit. That all.
That's the one that looked like the samurai, right?
Yeah, that was when they would turn into a Megazord. Would look like the samurai version.
I hated that one.
The full like Megazord version.
Yeah, man. I like the original Megazord.
Okay, yeah. Yo, I'm so mad shit. To this day that bro, I had the original Megazord. The original, not the because now they've done more versions of it. They've done
Yes.
No. I had the original toy version of that. I had it, box, everything that my mom thought because that was the Samurai Shogun.
Yeah.
Because they were like separated, she thought they were broken and threw out my original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. Which, if you look up now, in the condition, especially that I had it, can go for a few $1,000s right now for that Megazord.
Yo, we had the Megazord, the box that had all the Megazords.
Yeah.
You know, but it was black and white. There was no color to it. My pops never opened up the box. Then we moved, didn't know where the fuck he put it.
Ah, damn. Yeah, bro. That is one of the reasons why every time I see like a classic toy store, I want to go because I just want to see what Power Ranger stuff. Because they always have something. They always have something. And I have legit a whole just tub of fucking different Power Ranger toys from all different eras and stuff. That's like, if only I still had that Megazord. Even just to have it with my collection, because I have now that I've gotten older, I've been able to buy Morphers. I've been able to buy the helmet finally. The Dragon Zord that I got. And now with Super 7, the cool looking action figures that have come out for Power Rangers, having Draken, having Ranger Slayer, getting the Dragon Zord, that was fucking super cool. Yeah, man. They've definitely kept going with the memorabilia at least. But it's still unfortunate that basically Power Rangers, in a sense, is dying this year. Like everything has gone down when it comes to their deals and all that they've just stopped production on a lot of shit when it comes to Power Rangers.
That's the one thing that they said it was for kids, and no matter what iteration, they remained it for kids.
Yeah, and it's been that like every season they tried. There were a few that it felt like, okay, this is what we wanted. Like one of my favorite seasons, Time Force. When you watch that, it feels like, okay, this could have been that adult version of Power Rangers because it was a little more grittier. You see actual like there. I think there's actually blood on the show a little bit. Like you see certain scenes that they're actually bleeding and stuff. That's like this was the best version of like what it could have been. And then Disney is like, nope, we can't do that again. Like, nope.
Is it Disney or Saban?
The season after was on Disney because there was a Disney like time period that they did Ninja Storm, SPD.
What the fuck is Disney just trying to ruin every goddamn thing?
Hey, I will say this: Disney did do one of my favorite seasons, which was Ninja Storm. So I got to give them that. But they also are the reason we have Mystic Force. That was just
Yeah. Leon, we spoke about that a little earlier, but yeah, we heard about it.
yeah, we did.
Here's the funny thing. The reason I got off of
Give me a second.
Power Rangers so early
Yeah.
is because I had the original. I had Voltron.
Okay.
And Voltron's a Japanese anime.
Yep.
So it was already always for at least teenagers and
Yeah.
above.
Yep.
And it got better. The only time it fucked up is when they also turned into cars instead of lions.
Yeah.
But then the Netflix show came out, and the Netflix show was fucking amazing.
Yep. That's bro. It's the thing of they could have done it. They could have made this into something that it's like, oh, this could have worked. Because
But you know
Super
what I
Sentai was
think?
always for an not older demographic, but it was that teen to older. It wasn't the full kid show that they turned it into the States.
I mean, they could have, with better writing, they could have done what X-Men 97 did. It's like, yeah, it's for kids still. But they know that the audience who started with it has also grown. So they threw in shit for us.
Yeah. That was Turbo. Turbo had the very first Black Red Ranger after Tommy passed over the powers to CJ. I used to own Thunder Zords and the Ninja Zords. I didn't own any of Tommy's Zords. When I was younger, I didn't have the Dragon Zord. I didn't have the White Tiger Zord. As I've gotten older, now I've bought the Dragon Zord, and I've gotten a little bit of everything. I try to find now because they've definitely done a lot of versions of it. No, that was SPD. Well, SPD definitely they had a Black Red Ranger, but he was the second because the first was CJ in Turbo.
Yo, what made you start watching it? Like, how did you get introduced to it?
I want to say more than likely Saturday morning cartoons because it was part of the like rotation, and I really just got hooked on. I legit. I wish I had like a straight answer of like with wrestling that it's like, oh, I started watching with my dad, and that's what. Like, no, with Power Rangers, I just got hooked on it, and everything that became like watching the seasons and then wanting to record the episodes if I couldn't watch it because for some reason, especially during the week, they decided to put, especially when it was on the Disney era, Power Rangers would be at the same time that I had to go to school. And I hated that because it would be like, I legit had to go to school at 8:00 in the morning. Power Rangers starts at 8:00. I'm like, but I want to watch Power Rangers. Like, especially when they would be the last episodes because for some reason, the new episodes would come out at that time. And I'm like, but I want to watch the end of this season. Yeah.
Yo,
your Power Rangers origin is like my Skittles origin. It's like I just know I like Skittles. I don't know where it started.
No, and that's legit. It was one of those where just I can't remember where like the first watching it, but I just knew from that it became watching MMPR, watching ZL, watching Turbo. The first real season I think I got to watch live because a lot of those ended up being afterward just because of timing was In Space was the first that I got to legit watch from episode 1 to the end while it was airing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I forget when you was born.
Yeah, 1998. I was about to say 9. Jesus. Okay, 1998. So
because 1993 is when Power Rangers first came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
The crazy shit is, I remember. I don't know why I remember. I remember this. I'm in mom's room.
Yeah.
Watching TV, just surfing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was the end credits, and the Zords are just going down. You know how they just going down, running down the shit to go fight?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it went to the next episode, and I'm watching like, oh, hell yeah. They're fighting all this other stuff. They got the cool Zords. And then for 2 weeks, I'm like, Yo, there was this show. There was robots in it and ninjas, and I can't find it. I'm telling everybody like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. And then boom, I saw it again. I said, that's the one. And then I just watched every fucking episode that came out because there will be like two. They will have 2 episodes back to back every day.
30 minutes apiece. So it's like you could do the hour block. Yeah.
And I'm watching it and I'm sitting there like, yo, this is dope. And I never forget the best thing I ever seen was when they made the Green Ranger and he was kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
And I was just like, how badass is this motherfucker?
Yo, I had, because that was the first one that they did the episodic series. Like, I think it was 4 episodes. I had the VHS tape that had all 4 episodes of the Green Ranger saga. That's like, bro, his appearance, bro, him going into the Megazord and fucking all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact that is still a meme now that they said, nah, fuck, I don't need a Zord. Fucking gets in there, just kicks the fuck out of all of them and kicks them out of the Zord.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they go flying.
Yo, yeah, man. Is that season? No, unfortunately, none of the seasons are on Disney Plus anymore. They legit, once I guess they lost the license with it. Those seasons, that's another one that's just like it's lost in the air. Like those aren't on the
YouTube channel.
Wait, no. Ninja Storm is, SPD is. I think 2 of the Disney seasons aren't on there though. I don't know why, but they're not on there. That's why I was like, I wanted to order a few because Amazon has like the legit complete series DVD sets. I was trying to buy little by little because buying all of them, it's very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, there's 25 fucking different seasons, different episodes.
Bro, I still hate because there was one time used to be on Boom Studios had it that they legit you'd be able to get. It was the Red Ranger helmet and it had all the DVDs. For I think it was season 1 all the way to season 20 in a sense. And it was $100. But at that time, $100 is like
no, yeah.
Actually, then it's like now you find that it's maybe $500. That's like, yeah, no, I'd rather just buy one by one. It comes out to less. Like I'll be able to collect these eventually.
Yeah, I was just looking and it's unavailable. They got 3 seasons of the original on Netflix, and then Amazon had it, but it's unavailable currently.
Yeah. Yeah, Netflix had them all at one point. And that was another thing. They fucked up with the licensing, and it was like, man, that was one of the main reasons I always kept Netflix, was to be able to just rewatch Power Rangers. Like they
got Power Rangers, the complete series DVD for $29.
The MMPR one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Then you get the Zero. And now you're going by volumes.
No, yeah, Zeo comes in volumes that I hate. But there's a few that I bought, like Ninja Storm. I bought Time Force. I bought, which was the one that's one of my favorites. And which one? In Space. I just bought on DVD.
So, all right. So, as somebody who doesn't know shit about this outside of the original first 10 episodes.
Yes.
What is the difference between time? What did you say? Time Stop?
Time Force.
Time Force?
Yes.
And the other one you just said.
So they legit went by. This is the best order I can remember. Was MMPR was the original team that everyone knows. Then it changed up by season 2. Midway through season 1, they get the Green Ranger. Season 2, we now get the White Ranger. We then go from changing out Jason, Kimberly, and Jason, Trini, and Zach. We change them out because unfortunately they go to a conference, aka we want more money. We thought we all agreed that we wanted more money. I guess we're the only 3 that asked for more money.
They went to Germany to help save the planet or some shit.
Yeah, which the thing is though, in the comics, they go and do that, but they create the Omega Rangers, which was supposed to be a season that they were going to do the last season they did before they went to Disney. That was supposed to be a season that they would have done the Omega Rangers, where Jason, Zach, Trini, and Kimberly, I believe, were leading the charge of this new team that would have featured what we now know as Ninja Storm. Those suits would have been used for that. And there was this whole thing that would have been just the comic book version is fucking amazing, but they never did it on American TV. But that was supposed to be a thing. That was the way they wrote it to do that. But in the American version, it was just, we're going to cut them out because they asked for more money and we don't like money. We don't like giving them more money because we're able to profit and we're giving them horrible deals.
Yeah, I mean, shit. We pay for a full episode and then we go shoot 6 scenes to interject, and that's all we need to do.
Basically, that is legit what they did. Like a lot of it was just Sentai footage, and then we'll add a few little things. That's what was the demise for certain seasons that you could tell that it's like they really tried to add a lot of American footage and it ruined the season. Like,
is it that way for the entire, like all the runs of Power Rangers? It's always just whatever Japan does and we superimpose us.
No, there was a few seasons that they tried it. Like the first season that actually added an American Ranger was Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. That was the first time they added their own Ranger, and you can tell because he's barely in scenes with the whole rest of the team, which was the Titanium Ranger. That was our very first American exclusive Ranger. And which is funny because then they finally took it over to Super Sentai years later. But that was our very first like American Ranger. And the budget for that sank because of that. Because they had to create the suit, film that, and add more scenes of like just that, in a sense.
Damn. So the entire time it's just a different we just keep showing a different show with a few American scenes in it.
Basically, no, in another season, which Leon mentioned earlier, SPD did that. That they tried to add 2 new teams of Rangers, which one was legit. The Rangers I mentioned earlier in space, they modified the helmet and basically made them like a SWAT team version of Power Rangers. I was again trying to cheap out because they didn't want to pay for to make the Ranger suits, because Disney or Saban was like, yeah, we're not paying more money because it wasn't, unfortunately, the most profitable at the time.
I mean, because they kept fucking doing the children's shit.
But yeah, because technically Power Rangers was supposed to in space was technically supposed to be the last season ever. That was supposed to be the finale. That's why again, this is that season. Hold on. When was In Space? 1 second. Because I want to make sure I say this correctly. Power Rangers in Space. Okay. Oh, that legit was in 1998. Okay. So it is 26 years ago. That was supposed to be the last season. That is why Zordon dies in that season. Because that was supposed to be it. Because they were tanking. Like, it wasn't doing the viewership they needed. That was when the ratings weren't where they wanted it to be. But that season finale, because they teased it as this is the culmination of Power Rangers. That legit, this is why, like, the ending scene, one of the ending scenes of that episode is the Red Ranger for Power Rangers in Space, Andros, basically tells Zordon, he tells him this is the only way to do this. So he has to slash that power capsule that Zordon was in, and his energy, or his light force in a sense, makes all the villains now good. Like him dying, he sacrificed himself to then turn basically every villain we've ever known is now good. Like we see Rita Repulsa as basically the actress and just human. Everyone became human and good in a sense.
Shit, even Goldar?
Goldar wasn't there, unfortunately. But basically, like everything that had like a human counterpart of it, was human.
Shit.
So that was supposed to be the end because they were tanking. That season finale though saved it, and then we get a next season that was then Time Force.
Shit.
Yo,
That-
this is to tell you how fast I got off of the show. Because he just told you that was in 1998.
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even know. I looked it up expecting that to be like in 2001,
No, that was 1998.
2010, something. I was like, we just said it started in 1993.
Yep.
And within 5 years, I already was like, there's other shit I'm going to do.
Yeah. No, I was hooked on it. Like I said, I had the VHSs. If not, I would record episodes when they were airing. Saturdays I would be able to watch because it would be, for some reason, it would be an hour block, like at 8 o'clock in the morning. Other cartoons, other stuff on Pix 11, or was it UPN? What depend on the channel. They would have it, and then it would be at noon. They would give Power Rangers again. Those would be the new episodes. I would watch those. So, bro, every Saturday was that, knowing when to watch Power Rangers, when to watch Yu-Gi-Oh, when to watch all that.
I remember Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
That was something I couldn't.
No,
I couldn't
connected
get
to that,
into
and
because
then I connected into the game. Like I was again, Yu-Gi-Oh mark. I had the cards. I still have the cards. Like I'll still buy once in a blue. I'll buy stuff that's like the nostalgia decks and stuff like that.
Yeah, we tried Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's a lot harder when you're poor. I mean, our boy is poor too. Don't get me wrong, but he got cards and we didn't,
Yeah.
and it's a lot harder to play with somebody that's got a complete deck and you don't. You know, like that's
Yeah.
that's just the nature of card games.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, it wasn't the cheapest series, especially as it grew and all that. It definitely, yeah. Where was it? What was your take on the pilot episode of Yellow Ranger played by a different actress? Zordon was known as Zotar. It's funny because the way they showed that episode was, hey, we originally filmed this differently. So here's the episode that you guys didn't get to see. Here you go. And it's like, we could have never known this was a thing. You didn't have to show us this. Because it was the actor, it was Austin St. John and Walter Jones, the original Red Ranger and Black Ranger, were the ones that are just like hosting it, like, well, this was our original team. Here you go. And the actress that originally played Trini, I don't know. Maybe it's the biasness because of watching how the team worked. I don't know if she fit, unfortunately. Again, it might just be the bias. It might just be the bias of watching it years later. That's like,
I mean, there's no bias because clearly producers watched that and was like, "Yeah, I don't think you fit."
yeah, no,
And somebody else in.
it didn't work out. Are they any good?
it was supposed to be, right?
I think there was one that was pretty good a couple of years ago.
There is one
Like
that
a fighting game, right?
Yeah, there was one that I still have on my PlayStation. I can't remember this sucks that the games I blank on 1 second when it comes to the games, because there was one that I never got to play that I heard amazing things about, but for some reason, like, it was barely available.
Battle for the Grid.
Yeah, that's the one I play. That one's good. That one was based off comics, and they had different Ranger teams. That was the one that really introduced like the states to Draken. That was Tommy's like evil Ranger. Like, you got to play as different versions of Draken. There were stories that were revolved around him. That was amazing.
See, that's the problem when you take shit from somewhere else and just try to retrofit it to here. It's like you can get good seasons at good games, but most of the time, if you don't hook your audience early,
Yeah.
it just comes across as this isn't our shit. This is like
No, yeah.
like I remember clearly when I stopped watching Power Rangers, seeing reruns of the original and noticing, that doesn't look like a woman in the Yellow Ranger when
Yeah.
they fight.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't. It wasn't
Oh,
a
yeah, it
female in
wasn't.
the original fucking
That's why
footage.
she didn't have the
The
skirt.
skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
So the game I didn't have that was apparently really good was the 15th anniversary game they did, Power Rangers Super Legends.
Hmm.
I unfortunately never got to buy it, but apparently it was a really good game because it had the first time they got to play with multiple seasons of Rangers and just I never got to play it unfortunately.
Shit. Yo, what do you think of the new movie that came out a couple years ago, where they said that Rita was the Green Ranger and Zordon was the Red Ranger, and they actually had a lore that they said in the.
I like that they tried to separate it and do something different with it. The unfortunate problem was you gave us in a sense what we wanted of dark Power Rangers, having it be a little grittier, having them have like some unfortunate backstories in a sense. But it just felt like the suits I was not a fan of. I
Yeah,
don't
me
want
neither.
Power Ranger Iron Mans. Like
Yeah,
that is not what I want from Power Rangers. Their morph to me was just like maybe that was the part that it's like in a sense we don't want it to be the kiddish Power Rangers, but at the same time we still want to be able to have something that's like, and
because it's inside you. It's like what?
hypocrisy type shit, And
Yeah,
it's like we don't want this, but we want this at the same time. Goldar being created by Gold was
Literal
just like,
gold.
what the fuck are they doing? Like, how do you ruin Goldar? And that's the first time they ruined him because in a season years after that, they ruined him too. And I was like, why do you keep ruining my guy? Yeah. Power Rangers looking like cops was stupid. That was SPD. I was a fan of SPD.
Yeah, come on. Take it easy on Law and Order SPV.
Dun dum dun dum dun dum dun 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 dun.
but yeah, I mean, making Billy autistic,
Yeah.
I didn't really like. It didn't bother me.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, okay, it gives him a reason to be extra smart, and it's focused on shit like that.
Yeah,
The
it was
technology
good
and shit.
because you were able to do something where it's not. This wasn't just the characters you knew. This was now a whole different take on
Yeah.
it, and doing it in a way where again you have different things represented here. And it's still funny though because if there was a sequel, it already started wrong, like bad because Becky G instantly lost her role when she had done a video maybe like 2 months after doing that, basically talking about sex in a sense. And they're like, yeah, we still kind of want to be kid friendly, even though the movie wasn't as kid friendly as Power Rangers is. But they're like, yeah, we no longer need your services, thank you. Meanwhile, the movie just never went. They never continued, and they left off with something like they would have finally introduced Tommy, which is funny because Jason David Frank and the original Pink Ranger were in the movie. Like there is a scene with them that they filmed two versions of what they would have done in the movie.
They were in the Krispy Kreme, right?
That was one of the scenes, but the other one would have been while like the destruction's happening, they're just out there almost looking like, what should we do? Like almost if they have the option to morph, but they're not technically the Rangers in the movie.
Yeah.
Yo,
That'd have been dope if they would have been like, and there's some dude would have been like, let them handle it.
Yeah.
They need to learn. Like, because then they would have been like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is why there's so many different Power Rangers. Because the galaxies, it's like a Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Like that'd have been dope.
yeah, I actually kind of like that movie. My only issue with it is somebody lied to Elizabeth Banks. Because the movie she was in and the movie she was told she was in is not the movie that the rest of the cast was doing.
Yep.
I don't know what she saw the TV show and said, "Oh, so we're doing that." And somebody was like, somebody misheard the question. It was like, "Oh yeah, no, we're doing Power Rangers. Yeah, we're remaking the TV show.
We're doing Power Rangers, but our take it's like,
You're talking about Rita.
Rita,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
She was in a
saw
completely different fucking
Enchantress. Yeah, I saw Enchantress from Rita.
Yeah, which is not supposed to be what she's supposed
Yeah.
to be. Which again, I like the premise of her being an original Green Ranger because I was like, cool, have her have a
That's,
lore to this.
that's how she gets the power of the Green Ranger, you know.
Yeah,
Because Rita had the power of the Green Ranger.
oh, she had it, but she just couldn't control it because it had to be, for some reason at that point, it had to be a teenager with attitude. Meanwhile, they're all like in their mid-20s or in
Yeah, right.
20s.
Yo, all right. Since you know all this,
Yes.
did they ever explain why they needed not only teenagers,
Yes.
but specifically ones with attitude?
They never
Because Bulk and
never-
Skull would have been perfect.
They never explained the attitude part, but I think the teenager part was supposed to be because they're technically pure. But that was supposed to be the thing. Like, again, this is Power Ranger lore for you. It was supposed to be pure souls in a sense, like people that were not that had no biasness, stuff like that. Because again, it's supposed to be a kid show teaching lessons, so it's supposed to be stuff like that. It's
Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
No, because so you picked the pretty girl
Yes.
who probably has to deal with a whole bunch of shit because she's pretty,
Yeah.
getting hit on and all this other shit. You picked the Red Ranger, who was probably a jock bully.
Yep.
You picked the Blue Ranger, who was definitely getting picked on for being a nerd.
Yeah, it was definitely
You
unfortunately.
picked the Yellow Ranger, who was probably getting shit talked to her because she's not only a minority, but she's Asian.
Yes.
You picked the black dude, who, I mean, it's America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys are supposed to be the non-bias?
Again,
But
I didn't say the logic was not
but they were ahead of its time because God forbid you see a TV show now with more than one fucking race in it.
man. But
He literally had a multicolored group, and I'm not talking about their uniforms.
no, yeah, it was something where again it was supposed to be that being.
No Spanish people though.
Yeah, we didn't finally get that till the second season because Rocky's Hispanic.
He didn't say that though. We didn't know that.
Well, okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like they meant it. He wasn't in Órale Vato.
No, yeah, the first time we actually figured that out that okay, he's Spanish was in space with Carlos. Oh no,
When he turned it to the Brown Ranger?
Technically Turbo because he was the Green Ranger in Turbo, and then the Blue Ranger in Turbo, and then Black Ranger in space. Basically.
All right, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how they separated the colors in any of the other seasons. So in the original version, take out gender and all that.
Yeah.
Which Zord would you have wanted if you had your choice to pick?
From the original 5?
Yeah. Because that's the only one I can guarantee I know if you said it.
Probably the Tyrannosaurus. Just because even his alone could still technically be a Megazord. Like it was able to have battle mode. So I feel like that was the most complete that even if you don't have your team, you still probably be all right.
Yeah, the red one, no matter what, in the original Zord and then the Samurai Zord, he was either a T-Rex where he can fight the people by himself, or he was literally a dragon that turned into a man that can fight by himself.
Yeah. But even the T-Rex, it had the battle mode that it's like it could become something that's like it's able to fight. So
the crazy shit was the fucking in the new Zords in like season 3, the Thunder Zords, he was a dragon, turned into a man, and he was the base of the Samurai Zord.
Yep.
If they said fuck it, we don't want you, he jumps out of the Samurai Zord and fights alongside the white fucking tiger, who now is the base of the fucking Samurai Zord.
Yeah, he somehow was always the base.
Yeah, he's like, we got the Samurai Zord and the Super Samurai Zord, and the Red Rangers is over there kicking ass. Like, wait, we got a Ninja Zord and then a Samurai Zord and then the White Tiger shit, and the green one is still the most powerful one.
Yeah.
Because yo, that green one was like Godzilla, bro.
No, yeah.
You don't tell me what season it was, Tyson.
The Dragon Zord definitely was OP as hell just because he didn't even have to be in it. All he had to do was and Dragon
Yeah.
Zord could just do whatever the fuck it needed to do. And then
Shit, there was-
Dragon Zord.
Yeah, there was times they took over that Dragon Zord, and that Dragon Zord was fucking these people up.
Yeah. It had his thing.
He kept destroying the same power plants and warehouses, but he was fucking these people up.
We never questioned that somehow,
Yeah.
for some reason, every time they came through, is this the same scene just over and over? Yep, it's the same scene. But
Yep.
somehow
I can explain that and why Angel Grove keeps getting attacked.
Okay.
Because in real life, we have Tornado Alley, where tornadoes hit the same place in Oklahoma all the fucking time. And they just rebuild, and they still live there. And then next year, the same shit happens again. So they just live in that one weird area with this. That's the weather phenomenon they have.
Yeah.
And to answer my own question, because I'm biased, I would have went with the saber-tooth tiger.
Okay.
Because that's the closest to Voltron.
Well, yeah, that legit looked like a carbon copy of the Voltron. Yeah. And it's still funny though with all the things that then came out of Power Rangers, like seeing it's still fucked up what they did with Beetleborgs, that they were like, you know what? We're gonna have a season where all of our Red Rangers just beat the shit out of Beetleborgs. Because that's what they did. One episode called Forever Red. This was the 10-year anniversary of Power Rangers. Instead of having because they usually do for anniversaries, they'll do the team ups. So they'll have multiple teams just come together, or 2 teams come together. This season, they were like, nope, for the 10th season, every Red Ranger ever, we're going to have together in this one season and just try to stop. Technically, funny enough, the bad guys from season 2 are somehow still alive. And they're about to have their own version of a Zord that is 10 times the size of a normal Zord, be able to destroy the world. But who are the villains that are there to help him? The Beetleborgs. They're not the Beetleborgs because licensing, but they're basically the Beetleborgs. The suits and all are Beetleborgs. And between those 10 Red Rangers, technically no, there was more than 10. Between 12 Red Rangers, they were able to beat the crap out of these guys.
Yeah. Man, my favorite knockoff would always be Superhuman Samurais.
Yes.
That's the shit I was like, you know what? This is a little more my speed.
Was that the one where they were in the computer?
Yeah. With Matthew Lawrence.
To me, it was always like, yo, I want to see them fighting. And I always like to see them having a hard time fighting these people. Like when the Super Putties came out with Zed, I was like, all right, there you go, let's go. Because if you can beat them up as a human, why we need a Power Ranger?
Facts.
Correct me if I'm wrong. And it may be just me misinterpreting things. But originally, wasn't it just the morph was just you morphed into the suit? You didn't get anything extra?
Well, you got weapons.
Where you look.
The suit is like armor is supposed to protect you, but you also had the power of the Rangers. So it was like it was a more powerful shit, but
in a sense, yeah, it was supposed to be
because
armor.
The way I interpreted was the power of the Rangers was you had the weapon, and the ability to control the Zord, but nothing else.
It was supposed to be armor as well, because that's why these blasts, because in their human form, these blasts are just beating the shit out of them, like when a villain would do an attack or something like that. But with the Power Ranger armor, that's why when it would be like a crazy villain that would force them to get out of the armor, that's like, oh, their armor is weakened in a sense.
Yeah, and also since Rita controlled the Green Ranger's chip, she was able to siphon his powers.
Yeah, she was able to take out the light force, and that's why he unfortunately, it was basically hurting himself to even try to still use the Green Ranger force. That's why they ended up, well, he transfers his power over just back to the stone, and then episodes later they're like, we're gonna create the White Ranger. Then no one knew what they were doing because it's like, wait, we're gonna get a new Ranger? We don't want a new Ranger. We already had Tommy.
Yeah.
Behold, ta-da, Tommy's a White Ranger.
Damien, so there's actually a Ninja Turtle toy run
Yes.
where Kofi and Woods are the orange and purple ranger? Orange and purple turtle.
Yes.
But Michelangelo and Donatello?
Yeah, they dress up like them. And Roman Reigns is Shredder.
Yep.
But you're not gonna see Roman Reigns dress up like the fucking Shredder.
No.
I mean, he's good now. You might.
Yeah, so
The
that's
New
why
Day
they
needs a
dress
new
up.
member, and Roman needs a new team.
Yeah, that gear that they were wearing is actually the gear that their toys look like.
Yeah, and you got to go easy on the New Day. They're about to break up.
Which I don't want them to. I think that I think Homeboy should be like an infiltrator for Cross or some shit.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I think he should turn heel on them and be like, "Yo, y'all niggas didn't really do nothing."
Well, I think that's where this is leading. Like we're gonna see Woods turn heel on them, but it would be funny if that is the idea of Cross finally got to him though, like him playing.
I don't want Woods to turn bad.
I do. I honestly think, not to get off track here, but I think Woods needs a refresher. You know me, I've been a New Day fan since before.
Yeah,
they were fucking New Day.
But here's the thing though, and we'll talk about this on Thursday. He was King of the Ring, and they did nothing with him. And I gave you a storyline for him to fucking wrestle Roman Reigns and try to be big. They Jey Uso'd him.
Yeah, they did. Well, that was unfortunately the thing. That was legit his championship. Him becoming King of the Ring was basically, this is all we got for you, my guy. I am sorry. This is what you wanted. You wanted the King of the Ring to come back. We're gonna let you be King of the Ring, and that's it. Because it's not like it's not possible. Because look at Gunther, King of the Ring, champion. Even though Gunther would be the champion anyway eventually. Yeah. But yeah.
But I mean, he could run with the Intercontinental US title.
Yeah, he could have done something, but again, it takes them to want to actually give the push and actually give them time to cook. Like, let them do something. Like, but yeah, it is unfortunately a scenario of they have to trust.
Yeah,
that's the process.
For anybody who's wondering why I'm not on the wrestling podcast as well, is because wrestling to me is much like sports. And I'm tired. I left sports because I was tired of rooting for a team to win a championship that never affects me and I'm never going to reap any benefits for. And with wrestling, I'm tired of watching wrestlers who are never going to be deemed good enough to do anything other than just show up on TV.
Which is weird because they go like Shelton Benjamin. Well, he couldn't talk. You know who else couldn't talk? The Undertaker. For the first 10 years of his career, he legit couldn't speak because he had Paul Bearer with him.
Yeah.
Talking means jack shit when you're in the ring.
Yeah. But there's also ways around it. Like, everyone gives the excuse now and this, but it's like, there's ways. There's things to do.
The crazy shit is also, I say this about the UFC also.
Yeah.
You're the promotion. The promotion is the UFC. The promotion is the WWE. You're supposed to be promoting. Yeah. If this guy can't get his match over, you get his match over.
Basically.
You made fucking Zach Gowen look like a credible star because he was wrestling Brock Lesnar. You get this nigga over.
They did it, and they did it well to the point of, it was believable at times that, well, to the point that Big Show almost killed him, though. There was like, okay, we gotta relax.
Yeah.
Gotta relax.
Going back to Power Rangers. Yeah. Now, my favorite iteration of the Power Rangers has to be this 5 or 6 minute YouTube movie that this dude made where the Green Ranger was going around killing all the other Rangers.
Oh, okay, yeah. The actual the Draken story.
I guess so.
Yeah. Draken was the evil Tommy. So that was something that unfortunately they wanted to do. Like Jason David Frank was all on board with it. and it would have been the first time we get to see again gritty Power Rangers. They did a whole trailer for it. They did a whole trailer. They even introduced it for the comic book. He did the voiceover for it. They did a trailer that would have been the perfect introduction, and they just never greenlit it to do on any like real live action, because they did it in the game. The game they did Draken, where he goes, steals powers from this guy, steals powers from that guy, steals like they did it perfectly. That it's like, why not just do it on do a movie? You didn't have to do a show. Just do one movie. Let Draken kill Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And then the end of it is Tommy's the one that has to stop himself. Like, but
yeah, I mean, that to me that was cool. I was like, this is what we need to go with Power Rangers, because not for nothing with the way of Fast and the Furious and the Marvel shows, you know, the Marvel movies and all that. Like, we need that. Like, you're telling me that the Power Rangers really needs to be kiddie? There's so many kids watching Deadpool. There's so many kids watching Captain America and Iron Man, and they're killing people left and right. Yeah. They're making adult jokes. People are dying on their fucking shows.
And this is the thing I don't get, that it's like, what are we hiding? Why is this the one thing that it's like, nope, it has to remain kiddish? That it's like, it is kaijus and mechas. You could have done a little more adult team. Like,
yeah,
you come on. Like, you had Power Rangers die. America finally allowed it. It was on Lost Galaxy. The Pink Ranger actually died. She sacrificed herself to save another Ranger and basically killed herself in a sense. Like, come on. If kids were okay with watching that, which, yes, as a kid, it's still emotional to see someone die, that it's like, oh man, this is sad. But you're able to get through it. It's like, cool. Now we watch the rest of Power Rangers. It wasn't like, why would they show death? And like, it's part of life. Kids aren't gonna be like, oh, people die. Like, no, that's unfortunately part of life. Like, doing it on this, it's a good way because it's a easier way to digest it in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
But also just giving it a grittier version. They see worse on TikTok. You mean to tell me you can't give us a little bit of a grittier version of Power Rangers?
For real.
Like, come on, man. Like,
they gave us a grittier version of X-Men.
You know, it was a fucking great version that unfortunately it failed though because they didn't have a great budget for it. Was the American version of Kamen Rider. They did Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Their budget was the shit. Like, their budget was fucking bad.
$12.
You can tell. Like, their CGI for a lot of shit was horrible. Like, the only thing that they could do was somehow go through random glass surfaces, and even that looked very warped. That was just like, this is pretty bad. But the suits and everything looked amazing. But it was grittier because legit people would die. Because they would go into this void, but basically it was supposed to resemble death.
Yeah.
So if you got like finished, like they would have a final threat card. And if someone hits you with their final threat, you're dead. Like you're gonna vanish. Like, it was the original, the snap.
Yeah.
That's legit what would happen to you if you got hit with that move. And that was like the first
they
taste.
pruned them.
Yeah, you know what's the funny part? Because it would be like right before Power Rangers. They would do an episode of that and then Power Rangers on Saturdays. And I was like, this is dope. I kind of want to see more of this. But again, their budget was horrible that now you can't even find the DVDs. That's how bad it was, the budget.
Damn.
I don't think they produced DVDs. That's how fucked up it is.
Shit.
It's funny. I just was looking up Kamen Riders, and all I can find is the Japanese episode.
No, yeah, the Japanese version is a complete success. But try to find Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, because that was the American version that they did. And legit, even the last episode, it's so like, and it happened on CW, and it's grainy as hell. It almost feels like someone recorded it and then tried to play it on CW. Like, even if you try to search it on YouTube, every episode is there. You get to the finale, it's horrible. It's like,
holy shit, my boy's on this? Fucking Only the Strong.
Yes, that was where the budget went. Was just for him.
What was he?
He was their Zordon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was their Zordon.
Yeah.
But the funny part was he was their Zordon that also became the bad guy at the end of it all.
I mean, I feel like Only the Strong was the only movie he did that he wasn't a bad guy in.
Yeah.
Nah, Brotherhood of the Wolf. One of
Didn't
my
he
top
turn into the
5.
bad guy?
Huh?
Didn't he turn into the bad guy?
Nope. He was Manny. He was the right hand Native American of the
He
French
was
guy.
Tonto.
Oh, okay. There you go. But yeah. But again, Power Rangers, that's what it needed. Like MMPR, a grittier version of that would be amazing. Because you have the team, you have that there. You could have again the Green Ranger actually do what the Green Ranger is supposed to do, or just any team. Like creating Power Rangers in that vein would work. But because they kept it so kiddish and so kiddish and so kiddish, that's why right now it's dying. To the point that they didn't even want to do. They were supposed to do a actual animated version that would have finally seen almost a like X-Men 97 style for Power Rangers. That was finally supposed to get greenlit. But that also died because Hasbro, their series stopped producing for a while. Basically everything Power Rangers except this new video game that's supposed to come out that's based off. You guys remember the last Turtle game that just came out recently? Like,
Yeah. The one that the
that
Xbox.
basically become Power Rangers in effect.
You can't see him, but
Yeah,
Start up, Ray. The Green Ranger's here.
what's going on, show?
Everything good. What's up, guys?
No, but we're talking Power Rangers.
Is it me or did that camera angle make it look like show went Morphin time? Time to change into 5 head.
That's hilarious. Listen, man.
Man.
I gotta let my head air out. Fuck
Breathe.
that. It's been 3 years.
But yeah,
3 years of wearing a hat.
Yep.
No,
No more.
His hat and his glasses. That motherfucker never takes off.
Yo,
His brain got an indent with the glasses on it.
Yo, he's the only person I know that to go incognito, he takes the hat and glasses off.
Word.
That happened to me this morning. They told me at work, yo, who the fuck is this new guy? Y'all was dying.
Speaking of glasses, yo, Ray, we gotta go to South Carolina and get this steak that they smoke for 7 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, that might be the new road trip that we do.
We have to South Carolina.
Where we're gonna rent the Tesla and we're gonna be out.
Let's find a little more comfortable of a vehicle.
We get a bigger Tesla.
All right.
Or
A Charger. We'll get a Charger and put a Challenger and put Ray in the back.
That's the next car. It's Toe's car. Toe gets the choice. I know he's going for the Challenger.
Shit, I already had the Challenger. Yo, not for nothing. That shit is a boat, bro.
Yeah,
driving to the airport with Krills on the windiest day in the world, bro. I had no choice but to go 50 miles an hour. My shit was like this. There was trucks like next to me that I was trying to use to block the wind, and even they were swerving into me. I was like, nah, this is no good.
Gotta
was catching all the wind.
That's it.
Word.
Oh man.
But yo, Ray, if there was a company that can buy the rights to the Power Rangers and redo it, which company would you want?
Marvel.
Marvel was owned by Disney, and apparently Disney already failed Ray.
Disney fucked up twice.
You don't want DC to do it.
The problem is if we were to do live action and actually give us a more grittier version of Power Rangers, I would love to see Feige behind it.
Okay.
So I would say Marvel and Disney, but it would have to be under possibly Feige and Russo's, just to see if they can save again a unfortunately dying series.
Oh,
I feel like they could do it in a way that it's like we get a gritty, like heart-wrenching series that's still the nostalgia of what we loved in the 90s, you know?
would you?
Here's my question for you, because you guys
Go
make
ahead,
me
go
do this shit all the time.
Yeah.
Pitch you're in charge.
Yeah.
Pitch your gritty reboot. How's it happening? What's it looking like?
Ooh. Okay.
Good luck, Ray.
I start because everything has to go there. We go to Angel Grove. I'm stealing a little bit though from the first movie. We go to Angel Grove 1,000 years in the past, where Lord Rita Repulsa is still terrorizing everything. She is terrorizing everything. The original Ranger team is battling her. Unfortunately, every Ranger of that team sacrifices themselves in battle. They're all fortunately gone. The only Ranger that is still there is the Red Ranger, who is none other than what we know now as Zordon.
Alpha 5.
Alpha 5 is not created yet. But Zordon, in his last ditch effort to get her to now be trapped in what we know as the capsule, uses his basically life force, and it removes from the body, traps her in there, but that's why we have him in a capsule. So that original Ranger team that we know is no longer there. 1,000 years later, you come back to the beautiful California that is Angel Grove. Everything is nice. We're in New Zealand though, but we're in California in a sense. We're there. Everything is nice, this and this.
United States, New Zealand of Angel Grove.
Yes. And somehow, again, because someone has to be nosy, start searching for what they believe is buried treasure. They find this capsule thinking, oh, jackpot, this is going to be with gold, this and that. And they do whatever they can to open and open and open. And it fucking pops open. We see what you think is a military base, because we're not going to have it be the classic style. No, it's a military base looking thing. And you do lights start to turn on. You see a robot walk in that is a more updated version of Alpha 5. At this point, fuck it, call it Alpha 10 if you have to. But no, because we're Mighty Morphin, Alpha 5 wakes up, says, Zordon, we have an issue. Some power disturbance is going in Angel Grove. We now see that Zordon is now here, and it's like, wait, that's not the Red Ranger we know. But he then gives the famous, find me teenagers with attitude. And we see each member picked out, like from their normal situations. You get the Red Ranger, you get the Pink Ranger, you get the Black Ranger, you get the Yellow Ranger, and you get the Blue Ranger. What I would do, though, to make it even different, than now it's one of those that it's like they have to come together for this. They aren't the friend group that they were in the original series. This is a whole new, just 5 batch that don't know each other for the hole in the wall, just in there. And they have to come together for this. Red Ranger's in on it. Blue Ranger's ready. Black Ranger's ready. Yellow Ranger's ready. Pink Ranger, not so much. Because you have to have one that's like, we're teenagers. Why do
she's the hot girl. I want to live my life.
Yeah. She just wants to enjoy, not do this.
Mimosas and
I'm sorry.
vacations.
So they have
sorry,
somebody
but
in her family?
for some reason, when you said she's the hot girl, I want to live my life, I didn't automatically take it as you were speaking for her character.
Oh, just tell.
I thought you was like, she's the hot one. I want to live my life as the Pink Ranger's always the hot one. I was like,
But so we get that. Fast forward to again.
What up, little guy?
They have their power,
What up,
this and that. Their first like real taste, though, of how gritty this could be is that we get that 6th Ranger. We get the Green Ranger. But he is a mercenary style Ranger in this. He is Draken without it being Draken. And unfortunately, we have a death. I don't know where I would go with it, but we kill one of the Rangers to truly show what the Green Ranger could do.
Yo, how about this? You get there's 5 Rangers, right?
Yes.
You have 7 Rangers. The Green Ranger is a imposter, like is sent from Rita
Okay.
because she knew Zordon was doing it.
Okay.
And you have an Orange Ranger because Zordon is still the Red Ranger.
Oh.
The Green Ranger kills the Orange Ranger,
Okay.
and this team needs a leader, and the Orange Ranger was supposed to be the leader, and they find someone to give the Red Ranger to because there's no more chips, there's no more coins.
Yeah, it's still just that.
And that's how Zordon would give up his Red Ranger and become now the mentor.
Oh.
It's like a way for him to step down. Because in the movie, the new movie,
Yeah.
He had to cross the plane, but he let Billy cross it.
Yeah.
Remember, and that was how Billy came back to life after they killed him.
Yeah.
And so instead of for that, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have like I can't be the Red Ranger because of what I'm doing, but you know what? I can give you my power or whatever.
Yeah.
So that way we get it's like, oh shit, there was different fucking Power Rangers, yeah. But we didn't have the coins for them. So if they do make a White Ranger, it's like, yo, we found the coin.
Yeah. That could work. And again, it's just adding that grittiness that it's like it gives you something that's like, oh, this is different than what we saw.
Yeah.
Or not just corny dances or not dances,
And
but like the corny music of
it does
just something like
it does the Coulson effect.
Yeah.
This became real now. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this isn't a game.
Yeah.
There are consequences to our actions.
Yeah.
People's lives are on the line.
Yeah. And that's I like that they because they tried to do that in the Netflix, like the anniversary thing, right? For
Yeah.
One Ranger, having us see Trini die in Power Rangers, like, oh, them not doing what they needed to, it cost them one of their Rangers. But it's like it was just a way to get like this. But
Yeah.
doing it in a way where no, this is actually a on scene, like we see the death. That would be
Can I add a little wrinkle in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if your original Pink Ranger, the one who's a little iffy,
Yeah.
sees the death, all that shit, and turns around and goes, no, you take this coin, I'm out. So you have one Ranger who died, and one Ranger who's like, this shit is real.
I didn't sign up for this.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not here for this. And then you get
Kimberly.
the actual leader and somebody who wants to be here.
Yeah.
The perfect thing I would do too is the first Pink Ranger would have been Kimberly. If you're gonna keep them be their names, like have it be the first Pink Ranger would have been Kimberly. So that way it's like, who is this girl? Because
would you make it the one who took Kimberly's place?
What was that?
With like the Pink Ranger that didn't want her, would you name her the one that took Kimberly's place when Kimberly left?
No, and what, you just get her back when Kimberly leaves?
No, but the thing, I mean, like Kimberly left.
You're just creating something different. So yeah, you could call her Cat.
You pay homage because like in this era where you have all that the shit from the original that you threw in there, but now from this point on, this is a new Power Ranger.
Yeah, this is something different. So you could, because now we're not going by that lore in a sense. We're doing something different. We have the notes of it, but it's not. So you could, but again, just call her something else. Just some random girl's name, just to be like, this was the first iteration, and then, well, she didn't want to be here, so now we find Kimberly.
Yeah.
We find someone that actually has the spirit of a Power Ranger in her.
So now, do you do the corny shit and make these guys MMA fighters, or do you keep them karate experts? Because you know they fight in competitions.
I
would
MMA fighter. I would still do karate because if they're MMA, they're not gonna look like teenagers with attitude.
Yeah.
They're gonna look like, why does he already have tattoos if he's supposed to be a teenager?
Never back down.
It's more for time, and it's just Chuck Liddell.
Throw a right hooks.
Yo, I want.
They also still should
so
look like get their butt kicked without the power, you know?
Yeah.
I want so bad to make a comedy skit where Zordon wakes up and he's just like in a panic. Alpha 5 wakes up and just like, Zordon, what's wrong? It's like, we have to bring the Rangers together. You have to get me a new team. Find me the best candidates. And Alpha 5's like, all right. Comes back. It's like, I have choices, but there's an issue. And Zordon's like, what's the issue? It's like, well, all that's around here in Angel Grove are teenagers. And he's like, that we can't use teenagers. We need actual Rangers. Like, all we got is teenagers. But they have attitude. And Zordon's like, attitude? That could work. What kind of attitude are we talking about? Like are we talking about like edgy kid attitude or like bitchy attitude. 'Cause I don't want bitchy attitude on my phone.
I think they're cool for school attitude.
Show me the way. Like it would be interesting to see just that relationship of like, we're gonna
And
see.
the whole time they're just showing. He's just showing Zordon TikToks.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh man. But again, somehow these teenagers are just still like young actors in like their 20s. We can't actually get teenagers. We're gonna get like who's relevant right here. Okay, we get this. There we go. For the grittier Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Because it's too much going on. Who's your Bryan Cranston in your version? Who's your one actor that's like, yo, this is the legit guy who makes this legit?
To be oh man.
It doesn't have to be Zordon. It just who's
That's
the one actor that you would.
I feel like Zordon has to be almost legit. It has to be someone that almost could give those monologues that you need.
Ryan Reynolds. Yo, Hugh Jackman could be Zordon.
I want to go William Dafoe.
Ooh.
William Dafoe as Zordon.
Spider-Man.
Just because I feel like he could give the monologues you need from Zordon.
Dude, that motherfucker scared the shit out of it.
Yo, but what about
Vincent
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Power Ranger? Like, yes, yeah, okay, you got no choice.
Yo,
Vincent D'Onofrio could do it too. I feel like he could be good.
You know who I think would be an awesome Zordon?
Who?
The dude from Bronx Tale, the main mobster.
That's Palmentary?
Yeah, now you just can't leave.
You know what's funny? He hosts a great podcast.
Get me some motherfuckers that could fight some bitch ass niggas out here.
He hosts a great podcast. Watch his podcast.
Yeah, I do. I watch it sometimes.
Yo,
Bro.
You know what I would pick? And go ahead, yell at me for picking the diversity pick. There's only one real answer. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. If it was an option, yeah.
I mean, he played God.
If they
why
had
not play Zordon?
why not be the Power Ranger God? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? If they had the budget, they could get Morgan Freeman to be. Yeah.
Or if you want to get really artsy, Tilda Swinton.
Who?
The ancient one.
Who?
From Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Oh wait! You talking about the original Sorcerer Supreme?
Yeah.
And the one that the Hulk got the time stone from.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the ball lady.
That is the ball lady.
That is the ball lady.
Oh.
Tilda Swinton can disappear into any world.
Yeah,
It
true.
never says Zordon has to be a guy. Shit, I would even just because of how much I actually enjoyed her work.
Sandra Bullock.
Jennifer Lopez.
Nova, the chick that was just in
Cassandra Nova?
Yeah.
Who?
The actress that played Cassandra Nova. She was believable as like a
Emma Corrin, I think her name is.
I can't remember her actual name. now.
Okay. You talking about
she could be
the
good.
bad guy in Wolverine and Deadpool?
Yeah. But again, it's one of those where it just needs to be someone that is convincing of like their monologues would be something that's like, okay, this is
What about what's his name?
who?
Professor X.
Stewart or the other guy?
Yeah.
Patrick, he's been used too many times. We gotta get some.
I would believe it though, because he looks like the funny thing is he looks like what Zordon would look like as a human.
Loki, the guy who played Loki.
Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am a god. I will not be bullied.
Did anybody pick up on the fact that Deadpool said, "I am Marvel Jesus. I will not be." That whole.
That's why Thor was crying.
I got a suggestion. Y'all know the father from Stranger Things?
Wait, you talking about Millie Bobby Brown's father, like the guy who pretty much adopted her?
Yeah. No, the big guy, the big plumber-looking guy.
The sheriff.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
the guy who plays Red Guardian.
Yeah.
He could do. Yeah. But I feel like that'd be the Zordon that will always be saying, "I'm too old for this shit." Oh, fuck you. He could be Gambit, but fuck that.
Whew, Rangers, I'm about
Hashtag
to make
not
a
my
man for myself
Zordon.
right here. Whew.
You about to find me some teenagers with attitude now, yeah?
Who is your dialect coach? The fucking Minions?
Channing Tatum could be Bulk or Skull, one of them.
Yo,
Yeah.
you know what's funny? He did an interview and he was saying that he played so much with the dialogue that Ryan Reynolds would turn around and go, "All right, in this scene, ramp it up." And then Ryan would be like, "All right, for this scene, we kind of need to hear what you're saying, so dial it back."
Oh man, so he really he got. Well, he even
You
said
just
like,
make
it was
sure
funny.
people understand what happened here.
Yeah, just make sure they understand what happened here today. He said like he was always reading like that Cajun Christmas, and it's like, how many years were you preparing for this role even before the movie was a thought?
Yo,
Yo,
he
this-
said from
yo,
birth. So
Yo,
Like, damn.
yo, listen, man. There's some people that just have the accent like I could turn on Jamaican accent like nothing, man. You know, there's people that just can do it.
Oh yeah, they can
And-
go into it.
yeah.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just wish that the neck part of his suit wasn't fucking parallel with his face.
Oh yeah, that.
We need a little indent, just a little bit of indent.
Well, they could always perfect it later on. They could.
Yeah.
They continue using Gambit. Hopefully.
Love the headgear.
Yeah.
Damien, no, we do not. We do not need John Cena in a Power Rangers movie.
Hell no.
you know what him
not for
playing
nothing.
Goldar?
Yo, not for nothing. Batista.
Yes.
He could be Zordon. Yo, Batista got really skinny.
Yo, what about him and Lord Zed?
Well, Batista
yeah.
got really skinny. He's not big anymore.
Yeah, but
He lost about 50, 60 pounds.
yeah, but he'd get back to bulk up for a role.
Well,
like
he lost that weight, one, to get more movie roles, and two, because he's almost 60 years old. He did that for health reasons.
Oh, well, they could always put the suit. Like they
Yeah.
did wear suits, so you could always wear.
But,
They could put Vinnie Jones in a fucking muscle suit. Like,
Yeah,
No, but yeah.
I could put him as Lord Zed. That could work. Like Batista.
yeah, him being mad, shit.
That could work. Damn, who would be Rita?
Ali
Yo.
Berry.
I was gonna say, Charlize Theron.
You know
Damian
who-
Priest's girlfriend.
You know who I think could be a good Rita? The Mockingbird chick.
Sandra Bullock?
No, the chick from Hunger
The
Games.
Hunger Games. You talking
Oh.
about Mystique?
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Aniston.
Jennifer
No.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
I could see that. I could see her. Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's a little too close to Elizabeth. Like, I mean, are we
Well,
trying to
did
play
you
this seriously or?
No, but
No,
did you see the
seriously,
movie
like
she
actual-
did with this dude where she was fucking beating the crap out of people butt naked on the beach?
No.
I didn't see that. No.
It was the last movie she did or some shit like that, where she's trying to be like this one kid. She's it wasn't a kid. It was like a young adult.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, you're my boyfriend now," or some shit like that. And it was, I don't. All I know is that there's a fucking meme where she's walking down the street, fucking naked, like she's walking down the thing, and somebody stole it, trying to take her clothes, and she beats the shit out of him, and the guy's just sitting there like, because he's a punk.
Yeah.
He's like, she's trying to toughen him up or some shit like that. I didn't watch the movie. I just know this part's
Yeah,
happening.
you know some of the premise. Okay.
Yeah, all right, what was her name? Jennifer Lawrence, right?
Jennifer
Yeah.
Lawrence. Yeah.
So while you're looking that up, Ray, 'cause
Yeah.
we're out of.
Yeah, we're
little
starting
bit out of
running out of time
Did you
here.
watch?
No Hard
Uh,
Feelings.
Huh?
Okay.
No
No
Hard
Hard
Feelings. It came out in 2023.
Okay.
Did you watch the new Alien movie?
I did not. I've heard bad things. I've not gotten a chance to watch it myself. I probably would try sometime next week because this week is crazy packed up, so I didn't get a chance to.
No, I mean, shit. Next week we gotta fucking see. Ah, bang! Shit, I'm dead.
Oh yeah, I do want to see The Crow. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm giving the movie a chance.
I am gonna go watch it. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
probably
I'm
go
gonna
see
watch
Sunday.
it.
I think I'm gonna go see it Sunday if I have time.
So
But-
I got invited to go see Aliens Romulus.
Okay. Did you go? Are you gonna go see it? Did you see it?
I saw it.
What'd you think?
I went in, and this is on me.
Okay.
I went in with sky high expectations, and it was a disappointment.
Yeah. No, I've only heard bad things, and I thought it was gonna be bad. Like I wasn't.
I mean, they did. If you know the whole series of Aliens,
Yeah.
they did some cool shit.
Okay.
But for me, and this is me, there was not one moment that was scary. There was no real moments of tension. The acting was good, but I was expecting way more. I heard that I heard people are gonna be fucking horrified of what they do. People are gonna be like have different reactions to some of the shit that happens in it, and I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is nothing out of the mill. Like kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, where everybody's like, yo, people who have pets are gonna hate this movie for what they do, and I walked out of it going, what animal cruelty? Like,
Yeah.
like yeah, he got fucked up, but we're not seeing him. Like they didn't mutilate motherfuckers on screen. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Again, it's one of those where they have to complain about something, but no, this one, I just felt like there wasn't going to be much to it. But Crow, I definitely am going to give a chance. Just
I
because.
honestly think that if I didn't hear the review, because every review I heard said that this movie was great.
Yeah.
The writing was great, and all this shit. If I didn't hear that, I probably would have walked in with my expectations tempered,
Yeah.
and I probably would be like, "Oh no, this is pretty good." But I was expecting way more than.
Yeah. You went in too high that it just unfortunately fell. Got you.
You did the Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man was
Yeah.
different. I went in with knowledge that the movie, that in my estimation, the movie tried to make me forget that I knew.
He went in the same way I did Black Panther. I thought this movie was gonna be something completely different based off of the way these motherfuckers were talking.
Got you.
The difference is Black Panther was still a decent movie,
Yeah.
but this one was just
No,
you
Alien
lied
Romulus
to
is-
me.
No, Alien Romulus is probably still a decent movie. Like everybody else I went with liked it. I was the only one who was disappointed. But then again, I was the only one who had prior knowledge of shit and had expectations. And
Okay. I mean, the people you went with probably don't know shit anyway.
dude, the people I went with binged the entire Alien series before we even showed up.
But that don't mean nothing.
It does,
Shit.
because they got all the same lore and shit that I knew going in.
Yeah, but you watched it when it first came out, and that meant at that time it was a different time. You understood shit different. Like look at shows. Sometimes he binge watches sleep. He gets 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes, and he still don't appreciate it the way we do.
What do you
Hell
mean
no.
we? Mr. fucking Narcolep? You're the only person I know that'll go to sleep at, let's say, 1 a.m.
You should have
Wake
seen
up
him
at
at
5
work.
in the afternoon, eat dinner, and fall immediately back to sleep as we're trying to watch some shit.
Because
Or my favorite
New Day Rock.
is you wake up at like 5, come in the living room waiting for dinner to show up, and immediately fall back to sleep on the couch before dinner shows up. You had just slept for fucking 6 to 8 hours.
Well, shit, that's the first time I got sleep all week. We got these
So-
challenges we got to do.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Fortnite has been the thing. Yeah.
Cap, don't feel bad for him. He slept 8 hours at work. He fucking lying.
Which we forgot to mention that earlier. If you guys haven't, go check out the new Fortnite season, because if you're a Marvel fan,
Yeah.
they gave a lot this season. This season is
The
for
shield
Marvel fans.
is actually a weapon now, and that shit is powerful.
OP as hell.
I just want to point out in the comments, it's not the same as the Predator movies, because Prey is a fucking excellent movie.
Yes, agreed. Prey.
And if anybody hasn't seen Prey, it's on Hulu. Go watch Prey. It is fucking excellent.
I want them to make a sequel because there's a way to do another movie out of that, doing it
Yeah.
on that basis. But that's a conversation for another day. But for anyone that watched this, go back into Power Rangers, give it a chance. Watch the other seasons. Maybe not MMPR. If you want to watch it for nostalgia reasons, go watch MMPR, but watch the other seasons. There's some good stuff if you give other seasons a chance. Like I said, if you want to watch a grittier that doesn't have to be truly connected to the rest, go watch Time Force, a nice, little more upgraded version of Power Rangers. Go watch Wild Force if you want to see another version like that. And yeah, go watch Power Rangers. Enjoy it. It's still there, and keep the power.
Yeah. Go watch Power Rangers.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads morphing out. Peace, everybody.